Will women soon outrun men? This was the question posed by Nature, a research journal, in an article in January 1992. We're going to examine the hormone testosterone and mainly its effects on each of the two genders and what makes men athletically more gifted than women.
The difference in muscle mass is one of the most noticeable physical differences between males and females. Men can pack more muscle fibers into any given part of the body. They also have 80% more muscle mass in their upper body than women, along with having 50% more muscle mass in their legs. Based on research found, circulating testosterone is the key determinant of the higher muscle mass and strength characteristic of males compared with females, as shown in this 30-second push-up contest. The SRY gene, also known as the sex-determining region Y gene, is the main component in a male's DNA that makes him male. This gene allows for the formation of testicles, which then produces the hormone testosterone. Testosterone affects the development of the male body, and these developments are what contribute to the greater athleticism of males over females. This is why the SRY gene is called the athleticism gene.
Grown men, on average, are faster than grown women, but this is not the case for the entirety of their lives.
Let's race to find out why. When males reach puberty, they increase the amount of testosterone produced in their body. This increase in the hormone produces an enhanced athletic performance, increasing the gender gap in athleticism. At age 9, there is not much difference in sprinting times between boys and girls. However, by age 14, these records are no longer close. As shown in this graph from circulating testosterone as the hormonal basis of sex differences in athletic performance, between the ages 12 and 14, there is a great increase in the difference of athletic performance in certain sporting events. This increase in difference corresponds to the increase in testosterone levels produced by males at those ages, showing how testosterone enhances athletic performance.
Even when it comes to elite athletes, men are 11% faster than women. In professional athletics, like sprinting and long-distance running, there is a huge gap in men and women's times. The Athletic looked at world record times up to 2012 for the Olympic sprinting and running events and compared the men's to the women's. In all the events, the men's times were only around 90% of the time it took women to finish the same race. It is also noted that the women's record 100-meter time would be a quarter second too slow to even qualify for the 2012 Olympic men's race. The British Journal of Sports Medicine analyzed the aerobic effects of increasing the concentration of testosterone randomly in a group of 48 healthy young women. The women were given either a 10-week daily treatment of steroid or a placebo. The testosterone group's levels increased on average 4 times more than the levels they had previously to the study. Participants were required to do running tests to determine TTE or their time to exhaustion. In the testosterone group, subjects' TTE increased by around 21 seconds, or 8.5%, which is 15.5 seconds better than the placebo group. The study also found a major increase in lean body mass from using testosterone.
Throwing is consistently one of the largest of all the sex differences that have been documented in scientific experiments. The difference in throwing velocity between men and women is that of 3 standard deviations, meaning out of 1,000 men, 997 men would be able to throw the ball harder than the average woman. While in the womb, males start to develop longer forearms, allowing for a more forceful throw, and by 18, the average boy can throw 3 times as far as the average girl, which is proved here as neither Lizzie nor Marie threw close to DJ's distance.
The evolution of the gender gap is illustrated analytically using qualifiable Olympic events. The gender gap in Olympic sports has been stable since 1983. Because of this, it suggests that women's performances at this high level of sport will never match those of men. These two graphs illustrate the ever-consistent gender gap within track and field and swimming. As you can see, as time nears closer to the future, the gender gap maintains its trend.
Endogenous testosterone is naturally produced in the body, whereas exogenous testosterone comes from a manufactured source. According to professional research, as long as the dosage produces the same amount of circulating testosterone in the body, the effects of both testosterones are the same. Found from studies on men, deprivation of testosterone reaching castrate levels had a significant decrease in sexual function. Also found was that men had increased sexual function when their circulating testosterone levels were increased by the use of exogenous testosterone. These studies show that regardless of source, testosterone has the same effects on the body, something women took advantage of during the mid-70s to 90s.
The era of extreme doping is used to reference the peak of artificial testosterone supplementation. This era gave journals and publications like Nature reason to suspect that women would at least catch up, if not surpass, men in athletic ability and performance, because women's rate of improvement was so much greater than men's in this era. During the height of the Cold War, tensions spilled over into sports, leading to countries, specifically East Germany, to systematically dope young girls with testosterone, sometimes without their knowledge. Nearly all women's world record holders in both sprint and power events are from the 1980s, and 75 out of the 80 top shot put throws from women came from this era. This shows that women's rate of improvement and also performances have decreased since the doping era, and gives way to believe that no, women will not ever outrun men.